Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving. Well, Thanksgiving is over, but still happy holidays. Welcome back to my channel, Lee's Love Language. Today's topic, I was thinking about talking about how can you resolve conflict. You know, all of us, have loved ones. Loved ones get on your nerves. Loved ones, annoy you at times. And at the end of the day, it's still your loved ones. So how can you resolve times when your loved ones or friendships or whoever that's close to you is actually getting on your nerves at that time? How can you, resolve that situation? So that's going to be the topic for today. So I just want to start off and this Jay and I, it's times that she always tell her friends or whatever, y'all just get on my nerves or whatever, but the whole key to the problem is it's not about you having arguments, it's how you handle the arguments. That's the main thing. And we navigated through this because there's times that we got into heated arguments in the past and it just went south or whatever. So we have learned to become better with that when it comes to the disagreements or the arguments or things like that in that nature. So I'm thinking of whatever the best thing, but I should say the best advice that we have used is that it's a time and place for everything. Like, say for instance, if we disputing or having a disagreement about whatever topic or situation we're talking about, I think the best thing, if that person is not receiving into what that other person is trying to tell them, maybe that's not the best time to really talk about that situation at that time. Let cooler heads, everybody be on cooler heads and not hot heads.
In other words, you go to your corner and they go to their corner. Like, maybe that's what works.
And in other words, time out or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, if both you all can sit there and actually talk it out without neither one of y'all, actually screaming at each other, hollering at each other, then I believe that'd be the right time to literally resolve that issue of conflict. So, what you think on that?
And I also think, like you were saying earlier about if you have a problem, like, I don't tell my friends, but I guess what I want to say is, like, it's times that in the past we could be around friends and we kind of have rubbed each other the wrong way, so to speak. And I believe that it's a time and place for everything. Like, I feel like you shouldn't, like, discuss what just annoys you at that moment in the presence of other people. I think, because to me personally, I just feel like that's kind of disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like, to address each other in a way where it's heated or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So that's like a pet peeve of mine. I don't like doing that. I just feel like we should discuss what we're mad about behind closed doors. And I also think that it should be done, in a way that you're respecting each other.
Right, and that's what I was about to say. I believe that...
which I've never had a problem with you disrespecting me, even when it's just us. Like, you have done things like, if we in front of people and, like, you'll sometimes kind of voice what's going on or whatever, say something.
Right.
It's like, that annoys me, but... And then I find that can be disrespectful because I'm like, okay, you can address me when it's us, so maybe that part is, but like outright disrespectful, like I don't experience that with you. But and I know too, like us females, like especially, if you've been in a bad relationship previously and if y'all had issues with, like conflict and fighting, like you have learned to fight that way. I think when you get in a new relationship, you have to learn how to navigate that relationship. For instance, like if you was in a relationship before, like I said, and y'all was, argumentative with each other, or it was toxic or whatever, I think that, you want to kind of like leave that there, because maybe in your new relationship, that person isn't a toxic person. Doesn't mean that y'all not going to have disagreements or things that, may get out of hand. But I know sometimes women, because we are emotional, we can tend to carry that same type of behavior from the last relationship. Because anything you do over 30 days become a habit. You know what I mean? So I feel like it can come into your other relationship or whatever the case may be. So I think that's important to keep that in mind. But you know, nobody's relationship is perfect. You know, it's now with social media, we got so many, you know, people be hashtagging couples goals, and we've heard that even with us. And I always tell people, because I like to be transparent to a degree, like no relationship is perfect, and mine is not. Even your favorite couples, like start Jay-Z and Beyonce, like they have issues. We all saw that with the elevator situation. You know what I'm saying? So nobody is perfect, but are they a dope couple? Yeah, I think they are a dope couple. You know what I mean? I think they are. I think they're great for each other. They complement one another. Doesn't mean that they don't have issues. You know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. So just kind of piggyback off that. I don't want to go too much into that, but just, you know, when it comes to arguments and how I think it's a good thing. It's a healthy disagreement
as a healthy argument. And I don't think people really understand that or whatever when it comes to a healthy argument.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever. I think it's more.
I think it gets unhealthy when you start getting irate and get like taking it to another level.
Disrespectful.
Like, because we both gonna say, you both gonna say things that each other may not like, even if it's done in love. Because you know, you don't sometimes want to hear constructive criticism, but I think we just need to make sure we keep it, you know what I mean, at a way of being respectful and respecting each other's opinions and feelings.
Yeah, it's really called walking in love, you know. Yeah. I mean, and it's easier said than done, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
No one's saying
especially in the moment.
Yeah, especially in the moment.
But even if you do have a hiccup, like, in other words, when I mean hiccup, like, say something you shouldn't have said, it's good to go back and correct it and apologize.
Exactly.
You know, like, you know, hey, I shouldn't have said this. I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean it. Because I said this one time before. People, you know, it was the same when we was younger. 60 songs may hurt my bones, but words will never. That's not true. That was a lie. Exactly. So, you know, you just have to keep that in mind. And I think when you keep your relationship like that, it makes it healthy and it'll continue to grow. So it's kind of like hair. Like, you keep your hair healthy and keep all the dead ends and all that stuff out. You know, it's a crazy analogy, but it's like, seriously, it'll grow. So I think even with your relationship, if you keep all it, when I say deadness of the relationship, all that dead weight, all that baggage, all that toxicity, all that out the relationship, it'll grow. So if y'all respecting each other, even when it's an argument, when y'all not agreeing with everything, then the relationship will grow. Because now that person, like, okay, this person really loves me. This person really cares about me. They just want our relationship to be better, and I can respect that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think that's very important.
Yeah, so I mean, because it's okay to disagree with one another.
Yeah, you're going to disagree.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It's like, that's just what it is. It's like unrealistic to think that you won't.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just that's just not the way it is. And if anybody who is looking for a relationship thinking like, oh, I'm gonna meet the perfect man, the perfect husband, or perfect wife, or whatever, like, it's kind of ludicrous to think like that. Like, they're gonna be perfect for you, but it's gonna be issues that you're gonna have to get resolved, because you're mixing two personalities, two people from two different DNAs, life experiences, all of that. You're mixing all that in one. Everybody.
Okay.
So it's gonna happen, but I think it's about how you navigate it through it, and I think that's what a lot of people. And here's the thing: fight fair. We heard our pastor saying this.
Right.
Like, you have to fight fair. It can't be like below the belt stuff. Yeah. You know, I've been guilty of doing below the belt like that. That never helps, because you can scar your mate with that. You know what I mean? It's like they won't forget it.
Oh, y'all women? Boy, y'all women, the women mouths.
Well, can we just be transparent for a minute? Let's be transparent for a minute. Let's just be real with
that. That's what it is.
So when he and I first started dating, and this may sound bad, but it was bad at the time, but keep in mind, we nearly 20 years in the game.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're about 20 years in the game.
Yeah.
So you talking about a long time ago, 2 decades ago, okay? Let's make sure we put that out there.
We was in our 20s.
Yeah, this did not happen recently, okay? My husband would never say this to me recently now, because age, maturity is there, all of that. But we were fighting, and mind you, when I met my husband, I was probably between like I was like a size 6, right? So of course, and getting off the topic a little bit, but it goes back to what my point I was gonna make. When you start dating somebody and you're in a happy relationship, what do? You go to the movies, you eat, you just. He and I would like go to places like we had this place called Stakeout. We would go there late night, get steak, potatoes. They had the best rolls with it. We would eat that. So then I noticed I started getting fluffy. I was like, God, I was like, I wasn't never this fluffy because keep in mind I'm used to being like between size 2 and 4. Like literally, I remember being able to go to the store and I can freaking put it on the 2. Sometimes maybe a 0, depends on the stretching, right? I was super small, and so now I meet this, amazing dude. I'm happy. We eating all the time. We traveling. We just having a blast. We living a good life, So, because when you're happy, well, everybody is emotional eater. Okay, I'm not going that far. But anyway, so, sometimes if you sad or you depressed, you won't eat. But I was happy, so we used to eat, used to hang out, do stuff. So I started picking up some weight, and we got into an argument when I don't even know what it was about. Probably something stupid and petty. And I said some things below the belt, and he was like, yeah, well, tuck your belly in. And I was like, what? So it was like,
she let go of that thing for years.
Yeah, so I was just like, you think I'm fat? You know what I mean? And it was like, you know what I'm saying? So later, we talked about it, and he was like, I kept bringing it up. I was like, dude, you literally told me that. And mind you, I was way still smaller than what I am now. So I had a little fluffiness, but it wasn't a whole lot of fluffiness, right? So I was just like, well, dang, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't forget that, you know what I mean? Like years later,
words do hurt.
Yeah, years later, I kept like bringing it up. I was like, bro, he's like, bro, you still talking about that? I was like, yeah, I am. Like, you said that to me, you should not have said that or whatever. And I said some things too that I shouldn't have said, but.
And I see it, but I guess that's just the main thing. Like, we kind of like, we help each other out in certain departments that we stronger in. Like, she's stronger in certain departments than I am and vice versa.
Yeah.
So there's certain things that I had let go, certain things she hit below the belt. And I like, okay, it's off my shoulder or whatever. And, she kind of stuck with it for a little bit, but she has gotten a lot more better when it comes to that.
Yeah, because keep in mind, women, we have insecurities.
Right.
Like, I even heard, we talked about this the other day, Ken and I. I'm sorry, y'all, I keep messing with my hair, but my shades is moved. I know that's annoying. But we talked about this the other day, you and I. Remember, we was like, even hearing Kim Kardashian say how she has insecurities. I said one time I heard her say she don't like her hands. Like, so all of us women, I don't care the most beautiful girl, I don't care what she looks like, deep down it's some type of insecurity there. You know what I mean? Whether or not she'll ever admit it, whatever, that's just women in general. Like, it says, I feel like I'm in makeup clothes and I be like, oh, I don't look right. You know what I mean? It's just what I do, And so, but anyway, so going back to what I was originally talking about, words do hurt. So you have to make sure you keep that in mind. So that's what I mean by don't go below the belt. Don't say, you know what I mean? Because it's like your partner, your spouse, whatever, they'll hold on to it because it hurts. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you want to keep that in mind because if you love this person, you don't want them to carry that hurt. You know what I mean? Because it won't go away like poof, be gone. It won't. It'll stay there for a while.
Stay there.
It's like a bad sore. It's like it's gonna stay there. You know what I mean? It's gonna, over time it heals, right? Because like a sore is gonna heal, but it's a wound that takes a while to heal. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. But just fight fair. You know what I mean? And it's okay to like, have a fair fight. It's kind of like too when you think about boxing. It's like a sport, they get in the ring, they box, whatever. But then after the end of the boxing match, they go up to each other. Some may tap on the head, may like, good fight. It's like you want to make sure that's the finished outcome after the argument or the disagreement, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I seen your point, you seen my point. All right, I get it. Let's whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
But while you're in the fight, it's a time. Like the boxing, you may have to go to your corner.
Yeah.
You may have to like, okay, time out, you know what I'm saying? Or this 3 minutes is up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You go to this corner, I go to that corner, now we'll come back. Don't mean you just sweep it under the rug. You can come back and revisit it. Just like in a boxing match. Come back. But if it's getting to the point it's too bad or somebody getting knocked down, be like, okay, then maybe go to the corner, you know what I'm saying, then come back. You know what I mean? Because don't want to take over your show.
No, wait.
Oh, but it's times that I done been upset about something, and I'm like, okay, you know what? No, I ain't gonna say that right now.
Right.
But then maybe till the next day, I'm like, listen, you really ticked me off last night. Like, I was really mad, and then sometimes he'd be like, wait, what are you talking about? I'm like, because at that moment I didn't address it then, right? Because I know at that moment I'm too fired up. So I'm like, this is gonna be bad. I'm gonna end up saying some stuff that I'm gonna regret. So the best thing is for me to probably just like wait
till you cool down.
Yeah,
definitely so.
So I try to sorry y'all, back here looking for peppermints. Y'all know how we do this, real life. So anyway, what you saying?
But she had a valid point. I mean, you definitely want to, talk about things and talk about things when everybody is like on a cool level head. Yeah. But another thing that I also wanted to add to that is that you also, that person, y'all got to be receptive to each other, hearing each other out. I mean, if y'all having
candy canes in the car, y'all. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
If y'all having a dispute or argument, then you have to be willing to listen to one another also.
Yes, I agree.
And be like, okay, it's kind of like one of my last videos or whatever. I believe I was saying that you got to actually hear the other person out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And put yourself in that other person's shoes. That was like on one of my last videos. But it's no different when it comes to a disagreement that's going on. Yeah. You can't think that you all the time is right or whatever, because you may not be right. I mean, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. So, at the end of the day, I think that's more of a respect level for one another. When you all actually can hear each other out, come to a agreement, and whether if you disagree or whatever, you agree to disagree or what have you, but you still have that respect level to one another. So I think that's very important that we do that or whatever in our relationships, that other people that we value. So I don't want to harp on it too long. I'm just thinking that was just something that was on my mind. I told Dad, I said, hey, let's just talk about this or whatever, because there's a lot of relationships right now that go through arguments, and a lot of times it be petty stuff too. It's stuff that it be so petty, you like trying to figure out, like, then the argument carry on to something else. Y'all forgot what y'all really was arguing about. Now you arguing about something else, something that happened in the past or something or whatever. And we supposed to be really arguing about what just took place. So, I
well, because, two women, we hold stuff for 150 years.
Yeah, definitely. And then so the man looking like, where did that come from?
So when we have an argument about one thing, then now we remember the argument 10 years ago that pissed us off.
Yeah, it's a domino effect or whatever. So now the man is confused, like, hold on now, or whatever. So I think it's just more of just resolving conflict at the end of the day, and not allowing conflict to resolve you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what
that was good.
It just came up to mind or whatever.
I'm sorry, y'all. We're on the road to Charlotte right now, and these people are driving crazy. So if y'all see my facial expressions, that's what's happening.
Right. But I believe that's what we have to do or whatever. We the ones that got to resolve conflict, and don't let it allow it to handle us. So, but I don't know. Leave a comment.
Yeah, yo, listen. Talk to us.
I mean, we do have a few of you all that do respond or whatever, but hey, we're open to your opinions or suggestions or whatever, or what have you. So
yeah, come and talk to us. And again, disclaimer: we are not doctors.
Not at all.
This is just solely our opinion. If you need any type of professional help, please go and get it. Okay? We've done marriage counseling before.
Exactly.
So I 100% support any type of counseling, anything that you need. So keep in mind, this is just our opinion. We just like to come and chop it up and chat it up with you guys. So, but yeah, if y'all like this video, y'all know what to do. Y'all hit the thumbs up, subscribe, make sure you're checking out our other channels. For all of y'all that's here, I appreciate y'all for rocking with my husband. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that.
For the love. Y'all, send these videos to your family and your friends. Like, hey, check this out. If you think it's cool, if you think it's dope, if you think it's interesting, an interesting topic, send it to them. Help help us reach this 1K goal, we would greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
With top of the year, we want to start doing some giveaways. We're going to talk about that on my other channel too, but we want to start doing some giveaways. So get my husband to 1,000K. We're going to do a giveaway. I got to put something together. Maybe a gift card. That'd be easy for us to mail off.
Yeah.
Like a gift card or something.
Yeah, you get what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, and thank y'all so much.
Enjoy y'all day. Happy holidays. Got some more video coming. Y'all be safe. And once again, please love language.